Okay. As soon as Greg hops back in, we're good to go. We'll begin the recap, and off we go on our D&D adventure.
Go into the wild blue yonder. So yesterday at work, right, Brian?
Mm-hmm.
Me and they were joking around all day.
Mm-hmm. That's hilarious. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. Check. Check. All right. Last time on the Shadows Echo, the Misfits, fresh off their victory against the not teenage, not mutant Ninja Turtles, took a moment to have a bit of a wake for Ashley Stavon with his crew. Uh, have a few discussions amongst yourselves for calling in the night and waking up the next day to go see who was fighting in the combat pit. It turned out to be two of the districts fighting each other, the Bard District and the Port District. The Bard District won, but before the match was complete, one of the members turned against the leader. It was a quick fight, and after successfully killing the leader, they made a great show of it with the crowd, using some form of mass suggestion Mice has never seen, or Sans has never seen, to have everyone sing the chorus of a song with him. The Misfits were able to shrug off the effects, and Vezerick was able to silence the group he was in, so they couldn't hear it. But this still happened. The group decided it was best to very quickly.
So sorry, can you repeat that part about the silencing? I'm sorry.
Yeah. So the person who won the fight went around yelling, "I'm still standing," and pointing at that section of the crowd. And that section of the crowd would go, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And as he made his way through, when it came to the Misfits, they had to do a save to resist the pull of chanting, "Yeah, yeah, yeah," back at him. When he pointed his rapier at Vezeric's side of the stage, of the arena, Vezeric flicked his hand and immediately cast silence around himself and the others in the district leader box, as it were. So none of them could hear the conductor's command, as it were.
Gotcha. Okay.
The group decided it was best to confront this newly self-appointed leader of a district immediately to see where exactly he stands, whose side he's on. Could he be turned ally, or should they make a quick swing at him while they're all low and weak? The group immediately made their way. They were welcomed with open arms, though as they entered the district, there seemed to be a musicality about it, and they simply just followed the tune that led them to the district leader's home. Upon entering, they were asked to take off their shoes and put on some stylish Crocs. Having walked past a few tapestries, before they were in the presence of the leader, who eventually identified themselves as the conductor. Through the conversation, the conductor made it clear that he has a lot of things he wants to accomplish. Mainly, he needs to be in the room where it happens. And he doesn't quite care who's in charge when that happens, but he will be in the room where it happens. He refuses to throw away his shot, and while he has no intention, he does not see the need to be the Misfits' enemy. He has no interest in teaming up with them against Vezeric. He informed the group that should he be on the battlefield when you're fighting Vezeric, and he believes him turning on the Misfits would be a deciding factor, he will turn on the Misfits and ensure Vezeric wins. His only interest is... Well, no, I don't think he really got into his full, legitimate only interest, but he just made it very clear that
You can tell us.
they cannot trust him in a fight, so they should not have him out there. If he feels like he can turn the tides, he will. He is going to stand with the strongest and the winner. He did offer to attack the remaining outlying district that's right next to him. He also informed Midas that if Midas wants the dock district, they can make a trade after things have all been settled in Sethret with Vezeric. They asked him about Michael's district. He said he doesn't go there, that the dead have no taste for music, that anyone who's gone in there to challenge, presumably Michael, has never came back out, and that should they make a move on that district, he would not be helping with that either. But what he can promise is for any conflict to keep his now 2 districts completely out of it. The Misfits turned down his offer for him to attack and potentially conquer the 3rd district on this side of Sethret. Midas was reading his mind throughout this conversation. It seems that he's, at the moment, willing to wait and not make a move on that district, but he's not sure how long he'll wait. Overall, the Misfits also decided to toast his victory with water to see if he was an ally or an enemy of Vezeric. While the Misfits, of course, all threw up their water, he was able to hold his down, though he was visibly retching a bit. He made a little of a show out of their disloyalty, but it was very clear that he has no true loyalty to Vezeric. He just hasn't quite decided which side suits him better. He did offer to teach Samson the secrets of the choir, or the chorus, I'm sorry, the chorus, which is apparently some ability he has. And he informs Samson that he also has his pipes, and had Samson stuck around a little longer, he would have learned more secrets of barddom. That the Elestria, if I'm not getting the name wrong, had more in store than simply earning your pipes. But Samson didn't really stick around much longer after that because adventuring. But
Did you say, what was the bard's name? Burr? Or what?
the conductor, he didn't tell the group his real name.
Oh,
He
just
said
the
you can
conductor.
call me the
Okay.
conductor.
Gotcha.
He did have a lot of bird tendencies. And Midas picked up on the Hamilton of it all. I'm not sure who else did, but yes, the conversation was finished. You left as potential allies. He did say he trained Samson and told Samson to come find him whenever he wanted to do that.
All right, conductor.
Um,
Also, shout out to Lin-Manuel Miranda for making Aaron Burr a pop culture reference.
yeah, Aaron Burr, sir. I only knew him as the vice president who shot a guy. I didn't remember his name, but I remember that
literally
happening.
forgot all about him after elementary school.
I knew about it.
See,
I'm like, is it a wild concept? The VP shot a member of the cabinet or a former member. It was just a wild, like, wow, they used to get down in Congress.
Yeah, see, and yeah, I know about it from just, I've never seen Hamilton. I just know about Burr from reading. And I'm like, hey, Aaron Burr?
Sir,
Man, if you don't know the songs, you're not cool. You gotta know the songs.
you got those songs.
Damn.
Just kidding.
No, she's right. But to press on.
Our gatekeeping wisdom? No.
The group left that conversation, went back to headquarters, as it were, in Pocket Aces. And we had a bit of a jump back or forward in time. I do believe I'm going to place this event where Midas took his L after you visited the conductor, because it would have made much sense for. I think things would have played out differently if it was after Midas died. So, after returning from the conductor, Midas, who, for one reason or another, had not put the scroll he got down yet, sits down with you all and then asks you all to look at it. Shalora tried to identify it. She cast Identify. And via an Arcana roll, was not able to really detect its true nature. The case itself was not reading magical. There was no school of magic attached to it, no certain spell. But she did get some kind of weird vibe from it, but nothing about it looked or was reading magical. Those who could tried Arcana checks on it still weren't getting much of a read besides it just being a scroll case. Mir offered to have his homunculus open it, because through this time no one actually tried to open it yet. Samson did a history check, rolled natural 20. Was able to pull down the legend of some mysterious source of knowledge that has passed hands from beginning of time, and the knowledge has never been accessed. And it's said to travel in some nondescript container that, once found, people always keep with them to keep it safe. Based on the legend that he pulled, the history that he pulled, he believed this scroll case was that container of knowledge. They had a discussion about whether Legend Lore would work on this. The final decision is that yes, Legend Lore would. And that's when Mir suggested his homunculus open it, and Myers decided instead that he would open it.
That makes it even better.
When he first retrieved it off of Leonardo's body, it was locked. He couldn't get it open. But this time, after having sat with it for a while, he went to open it, and he found that he could. Upon which he had to make a wisdom saving throw, I believe. Let me double check what it was, just so we get all of our ducks in a row.
I think it was 15.
Well, he rolled higher than that. He ended up rolling a 25 total. 24 total on his wisdom save, which was short of what he needed. As such, as soon as he opened this case, there was the softest inaudible pop that you more felt than heard, and Midas fell to the ground dead. Immediately, Davina, being the healer of the group and often paying the most attention, jumped up, retrieved Midas's reviving token, as it were, that he got from Loch Lamora literally years ago, and used that to cast Revivify and bring Midas back to life. Now, there are about, we'll call it 30 seconds in between Midas hitting the ground and Davina reviving him. So as he falls to the ground, flat dead, what does the group do?
Ricky Spanish.
Samson says Ricky Spanish.
What do we do to Midas?
How do you react
What
to
do
him
we do?
falling out
How
of
do
his
you
chair?
react?
Yeah, he cracks open the case and poof, falls back, lands on the ground.
Oh, you said
Okay,
Davina
now
falls
just get
back,
on up.
right?
This is the time in between, because Davina's hopping into action, but what are you guys doing as this happens? Immediately, Davina gets up and is going through his items to find the Revivify token.
Okay, man. Get on up.
Is the scroll
good one.
is the scroll case open right now?
No, not at all. And it's in his literal death grip at the moment. As Davina says, he's dead, hold on. As he's going through his pockets quickly to try to find this item.
Can one of y'all have your servants remove that case from his hands?
I mean, at this point, I wouldn't. Not even wanting to risk my homunculus servant.
I don't
Do
think
it.
that's a good idea. Let's try to find his back first.
Davina pulls out the Revivify token, places it on his chest, places her hands over it. As you see her eyes light up, her wings quickly pop out for a moment in radiant light as they diminish and the energy goes through her hands, through the token, into Midas' chest as his eyes open. And he takes a deep breath, grabbing the scroll case to his chest and just backing up on the floor and to the closest wall and the closest, what feels like safety for him.
Can I roll insight?
Yeah.
Can you roll it for me? I'm not next to my computer.
Yeah, give me one moment
Oh
to
wait,
pull
no,
it
I
up.
got that.
So Laura cast Detect Oath.
Yeah, I was about to do the same thing.
All right, so you both... How often can you use yours? Oh, you didn't use it last time we talked about. Yeah, I did it. Okay, so you pop your Detect Thoughts. Saloa pops her Detect Thoughts, and say he's not here.
Wait, sorry, no. Sorry, can I cast message first to him and ask him what's going on? What happened?
You can.
Okay, I do that instead.
Okay.
My insight was a 7.
7. He looks terrified. He looks utterly terrified.
You okay there, buddy? No, that's right. He's not here. So
Yeah, he's not here. I would say to Solora, your message. I don't think he would answer it at the moment. And X, you were detecting thoughts?
Yes.
I wanted to have him roll for a thing to see what he remembered on his side of the world.
Can I? If he doesn't reply, can I? Cast the invisibility.
Yeah, absolutely.
Michelle, are you on the Peloton?
She is.
Okay,
Michelle is.
I'm almost done. Like 30 seconds.
It's all good. I'm just like, yeah, you're either working out or you're getting chased.
Hold on, I gotta roll. Shit.
Man, real bad time.
Okay, hold on. I wanted him to make a Constitution check. I'll roll it for him. If it's bad, let him roll again when he gets in here. No, 19's good. I would say at present, X, his mind is blank because he just fucking died. And he just came back from death and the gears are restarting, as it were. At the moment, you're not getting anything except for like a primal instinct to find safety. And the primal, intense sensation of fear. Fear that you've never felt before. And you've been in life, well, X is a little broken of a person. So X doesn't exactly feel fear like most people do. But you've seen fear on the people you've seen fear on your victims. You've seen fear on passerbys. You've seen fear in faces before. You recognize it. This is stronger than anything you've ever seen. What he's experiencing right now.
All right, I let him know, Midas, you are the misfit. You're not in any physical harm right now, or danger.
Okay. Solora, you cast see invisibility. There's nothing invisible in this room.
Can I cast Detect Magic immediately? I'm just like trying to like pop off everything.
Yeah, going through all the.
Yeah.
Yep. Right after that, you cast Detect Magic. There's of course all your magical items that everyone walks with on a daily basis. You do see.
Hold on, I think so. I just left. Go, you can go ahead though.
As this was happening, the bartender Callow had hopped over the bar, just kind of rushing, kind of doesn't know what to do, but is very concerned as well. He has a number of magical items on him. They seem to be under a few layers of coats and stuff, so you can't see what they are, but there's at least... Where's that dice at? There's at least 4 different magical auras popping up on his person.
You said in front, that's on the bartender, not around Midas.
The bartender, yeah.
Okay.
As far as Midas, his personal belongings, of course, light up magical, and there's roll an Arcana check for me.
Sure. Hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
Arcana. I've been playing this too long to have to look for this.
The third one in the skill chain. There we go.
Yep. Okay.
22. Very good. There is a very rapidly fading magical aura that is trailing from where Midas opened the scroll case, fell down, and where he backed up to the wall. You can see this faint aura that's tracing, leading to the opening that would have been from the scroll case had he got it open. And pretty much as soon as you see it, it's gone. It didn't read any school of magic, you know, but it was more powerful and radiant than any magic you've ever seen with this spell before.
Okay.
I didn't know why.
So Laura says, pretty much relays that to the group, and says to Samson, "Do you have any spice on you?"
Well.
He's gonna do this every time.
Seriously.
Every time you're gonna do this.
This is like I need to quickly. It's fading. I need to see if there's anything else you can see beyond this dimension.
Samson digs in his pocket, takes out some spice. Says, yeah, I got some. And then hands her.
So Laura immediately takes it.
Okay.
Is Chris a little muffled to everybody or just me?
Chris is a smidge muffled.
Yeah, a little
I'm sorry, I took my AirPods and I had my hoodie up. Is this better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
So you take the spice. I believe we established you're a spice pro at this point. Did we get to that? Did that happen?
I don't know.
Or was it Samson that became a spice pro?
I don't know.
Cokehead?
I took it quite a few times.
So Laura, cokehead,
Yeah, relax. I'm trying to see what's up with you, dog. Chill.
little rich girl.
This one starting 2023. Whoa! All right.
Wow.
The gum. They ain't never heard
Or
of that.
6 minus in the throat. So.
Right. So you quickly ingest the spice. Give me a quick con save.
Ooh. Hello?
Guidance beyond the grave.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
thing.
You have a -1 to your con?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure, give her guidance beyond the grave.
When that happened?
You did no such thing, sir.
It's a thing.
17. So that's good. You are in control of your high. You do not wander.
Do I need to roll perception or anything else to see if I could see anything else, or like recheck the scroll?
Roll investigation on spice.
What? No, come on. Damn.
4.
Well,
while you are controlling the high, it is a little hard to focus as Midas just outright died. There's something going on with the scroll case. There's been a shit ton happening really quickly, and whatever that was fading extremely fast. And by the time you readjusted to the spice vision, as it were, you kind of lost track of it.
Is there, if I cast Identify again, would I be able to identify anything like native to the astral plane if it's related to this?
Identify usually is tracked to one item. You can maybe see. Well, let me read it really quick. And then I'll fill in Midas on what has happened since we began.
Mm-hmm.
Quick side note: is our flying ship still ported?
Yeah.
I heard the bartenders came help. I heard that off of her phone.
Yeah, one did.
Interesting.
Yeah, Callow did. Galdo went back to Logan's bar. And she cast something magic items. She noticed that detect magic. He has at least 4 magic items on his person. You do not know if casting Identify under Spice would have different conditions. But
Right.
we'll give you a moment to give Midas an update. So Midas, you died. You found yourself in what I'm describing as a voidless void. And you heard, felt, embodied something saying, "Hello, little enemy." You're not sure how long you were there. You're not sure how long that voice took to speak, or how long that those words were stretched out. But
Wait,
yes,
am I still there since I'm still dead?
Hello?
yeah, I'm thinking.
You've been dead a few days, bro.
I've been thinking.
What did you have in mind in trying to do in this moment?
Cass, I didn't. No, I'm playing around. Ask him. Ask the voice. Who is it? Who is he? And why did I die? Opening that thing.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
I don't have Constitution. I'm dead.
Make a Constitution saving throw, sir.
No con. Let me.
Constitution's in the spirit, sir.
You dare question Hasbro.
Don't you? Yo.
Hasbro, our evil overlords.
I think this is a save. Oh no, it's not. This is a save.
You can't speak. The weight of whatever this is pressing too hard upon whatever you currently are. You can't find it in you to speak, to really react. Your thoughts seem sluggish. As you try to gather yourself to ask these questions, to question this, whatever it is, your eyes snap open. And you spring up halfway, clutching the scroll case, and just backing as fast as you can to the closest corner of this room. You hear a message from Solora asking if you're okay, but you can't really respond as you're trying to reconstitute your mind a bit. X tries to read your thoughts, but the gears are just now spinning back up, and it's just primal fear. And just the need to find safety, which you have in this corner of the room. But as he tried to read your thoughts, all he could really feel is fear that he's never even seen on a face before, that he's never seen this fear in the face of a victim he's had before. The fear that you're experiencing in your mind is stronger than anything he's ever seen. And he relays to you, you're safe, you're with the Misfits, You're not in any physical danger. And then Solora did her checks, and
Midas lets off 4 fireballs.
boom, 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 boom. But
You only got 4 fireballs.
he could.
Shit, never mind.
As your mind spins back up, give me a Constitution check. I rolled one for you for this. Do you want to do what I rolled, or do you want to do your own?
I am going to do my own just because.
Con save, I'm sorry, I lied.
Save?
Mhm.
Alright. Did you use my stats when you rolled?
I pressed the button, yeah.
Okay, then we can use yours.
Okay, it was 19.
Yes.
Midas the first of us to die?
No.
What? A
Assad
lot of us
died, and you died. He's
I
the,
didn't know if it was this campaign or the other that I died.
yeah, he's the third to die.
Fuck.
The first under mysterious circumstances. Yeah, he's the first death out of combat. Midas. So as the gears are turning again, you're getting your thoughts back. You remember
The time.
Why?
you remember that something spoke to you. You remember it regarded you as an enemy, but you do not remember the exact words. You just know you were confronted with something more adversarial than you ever faced in your life.
Does he remember opening the thing?
You remember everything before you fell. Yeah, you remember going to open it, and then your next memory is right now against the wall, putting your mind back together, as it were. You have this
Shit.
fear of the scroll case. You're afraid to try to open it again, and you're afraid to let anyone else try to open it. And you're afraid to put it down. And you feel like it'd be very safe just on your back, strapped tightly, but not to be fucked with and not to be touched to the best of your ability, that is. Where you take that is up to you. You're not going to murder anyone to keep their hands off of it. You're just afraid.
Wow.
I'm going to murder somebody.
Yeah, hey, look, take it away one, take it. But,
Murder them all.
you see Solora like going through multiple spells, flipping through a book really quickly to kind of just figure out what just happened. And you are now back in your senses.
I rolled an inside of a 7, so I'm just looking at you confused.
Yeah,
I
no,
also
what you picked
laughed
up on the
going
7
through
was
that.
him being terrified.
So, Midas is just kind of hunched over in a corner and just like jetting, like his eyes jetting back and forth around the place. Kind of just moving his head around, just looking around.
Are your eyes on fire?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, his eyes are on fire. His hair is on fire. He's like
Oh, shit, nice.
he's like flipping out.
Whoa, buddy. Hey, Midas. Hey, Midas. And Samson starts snapping.
Which is not calming Midas Dale. He's going crazier now.
Anybody got some water? Toss some water on him?
Davina will slowly approach, holding the spent token, and say, "You're back. I brought you back. You're okay. Can anyone calm emotions?"
Is he frightened right now? Because I might be able to stop his frightening.
Yeah, I would say
All right.
he's pretty frightened.
He's terrified.
Yeah, he's legitimately
Well,
terrified.
no. That was more so me asking about my ability.
Mortified.
Hold on, let me see if I got that actually.
You got mortified?
Yeah. I touched my
Mortified.
hand.
I don't know if he's mortified. That's kind of the wrong spectrum of
Horrified, maybe.
horrified. Yeah.
Terrified, horrified, yeah. He's scared.
I believe my hand of healing heals that.
Does it heal that, or do you think it
No,
heals
it
that?
doesn't. Nope, sorry. But it should. It heals blinded, deafened, paralyzed, poisoned, or stunned.
Yep.
Doesn't
not
sound like
happening.
fear to me. Davina snaps her fingers.
Okay, hold on. Here's what I'll do. I am going to use the cantrip friends, and then I will roll a persuasion to try to convince him it's all good.
All right.
Davina says, "I have calm emotions."
Oh, go ahead, Davina.
Yeah, go ahead. No.
She will reach out a hand to you, Midas, and cast calm emotions. And if you're not openly trying to fight your friends trying to help you, it will simply work.
No, yeah, he kind of might now kind of
So
relaxing a
you
little
are
bit.
brought back down out of your state of complete fear.
The fire's out of his eyes. It flashes in again, but then it goes back down.
Now you're just
Yeah.
hyperventilating.
Yeah, he's sweating. He's like drenched.
Woo! Sorry.
We don't open that again.
All right. I believe you. Looks like you're gonna hit your weight loss target too.
No argument from me. Are you okay right now?
What happened? I mean, obviously you died, but what happened?
I gained a new enemy.
Who?
What?
I don't know. It was dark. It was forever. How long was I out? It was a really long time.
30 seconds.
Yeah, it was
Do you
sorry,
think,
probably not the kind of joke.
do you think your patron would know anything about this?
Maybe.
You might want to chat with him about it.
Or
Sooner rather
we
than
try to
later.
figure some things out ourselves first. Midas, do you still think it might be a good idea to do legend lore?
You don't need to touch it, do you?
No.
No.
Then we should probably find out what that thing was. And nobody goes near this again.
Let me ask you a question. Do you feel like you just want to strap it to your back and keep it safe for the rest of your time on this earth?
You want to parse that in not a meta way, Chris?
Do you feel like it's only going to be safe with you for, you know?
I feel like
as
you're
long
only
as you
going to be
keep it-
safe. I feel like you're only going to be safe if this is with me.
Samson looks over his shoulder at the rest of the group, kind of like breaking the fourth wall away. He says, "It's the scroll. I was right." Nobody responds. Okay, we're gonna.
Oh, you break the fourth wall. It's usually no one really responds.
I was breaking the fourth wall to them.
That's not
Mike's
breaking the
just looking
fourth
at
wall.
the bartender right now.
Huh?
Mike's looking at Caldo, or is Caldo or is it Galdo?
It's Callow.
Callo. Mike's looking at Callo, just staring him in the eyes.
Callow looks extremely, extremely concerned. Like his hands are a bit shaky. He's kind of stuck in between action and inaction. He's not really sure what to do in this moment, in this room with these people here.
Hey guys, how about a lost one? Can we get a lost one for that seems fitting right now. Oh,
a lost one? Oh, we found him. Yes, I like that.
Callow's not moving.
Callow, a lost one, please.
He kind of
I'd rather have
blinks
some
a
water.
bit, says, "Yeah, no, yeah."
I'd rather have
Yes,
water.
I lost one. Not the problem. And he kind of walks over to the bar, and
Can we
you
get less
all.
water with it?
Let me see. Hold on, let me check I'm gonna write down you guys' passive things.
Let me see. Nice. Passive what?
I'm going through them.
Okay.
So far, Samson, Mir, Seth Amir, you notice that his accent changed a few times in that sentence before he got it back around to how he's been talking since you've met him.
Caldo or
shit.
Kala.
Midas?
Kala?
Oh shit! I thought you were talking about Midas.
No, not Midas.
Oh, wow.
Kala. And then he goes back around and quickly prepares the lost ones and water. While he's doing that, Midas, we did place this in the afternoon after you all came back from
Bard's Village.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So Orion and Logan are here as well. They both look concerned, and they're not talking to each other. They're kind of giving each other some weird looks. Logan takes a step forward and says, "I've seen a lot of things, but I've never seen something like that before."
I've never heard anything like I heard. I've never known fear before today. Not like this. Mice finally he stands up and he just kind of walks over to his seat.
Okay.
And then he gets up from that seat and he walks over to the bar. He sits down.
Okay.
Midas, you don't think that something that brings you this much fear would be better off, not near us?
No, 'cause somebody else will do something stupid.
Why don't we put it in our vault?
Like open it and die?
The vault?
Yeah.
X. No, it's not safe in the vault. I am the
What about
vault.
your bag? What about your ring?
No. Who knows what the eagle will do?
So you think it's best to keep it
What if we
on our
put it
person?
into a bag of holding and then put it into a bag of powder?
Or on my person X.
I just want to make sure that you're okay. X cast detect thoughts. Is it still running right now?
It'll still be up. And so now that you kind of reconstituted your mind, Midas, what are your top thoughts? What's the surface level?
Why do they want to touch this shit so bad? I keep trying to tell them it's dangerous. They don't understand. Nobody understands. I didn't understand. What the fuck is wrong with them? Why is X asking me, would I give it up? Why he keeps wanting me to give it up? I'm not going to give it up. This fucking idiot. He's always worrying about doing something stupid. He's always risky. He's so damn risky. Shit, I shouldn't have took this risk. Shit, I don't risk things. Why the fuck did I do this shit? I should have just kept it on my back. I should just put it away.
We'll call it there.
I should know.
We'll call it there. Right, thank you, sir.
A1.
Absolutely.
That was pretty good, Golem.
Inspiration dice for you, sir.
Hey, I'll take that.
Damn, you haven't given those out in a while.
No.
That's the first one in over almost 2 years.
Well, no, wow.
Because the
lucky
hoarders.
guys. You got them for Halloween. They lasted through the new year. So no one has any right now, just a reminder.
We didn't get one this past Halloween.
Yes, you did. No one has any now, though, because they were expired at the end of the year. So Myers has the only one.
Calendar year?
Myers has the only one. My goodness.
Bullshit.
And,
Here's 2 months. Use it.
2 months is a lot slower, just a reminder, because I don't think you were here for it. Davina cast Calm Emotions to get Midas back down to a sane level. Outside of that, you haven't missed anything. Currently sitting at the bar as everyone kind of figures things out. But Logan sits next to you, Midas, and he kind of tries to like catch your gaze, and he says, "That kind of fear. That's going to leave a mark, Midas. It's going to take some time before you feel like you again.
You know about this. You've been through this before?
Not that, but feel like that.
It's not even death. Death wasn't the worst part. Death, I could deal with death. It's not death. It's something else. That thing. I don't know what it was. Samson, it's probably a good time to figure out the legend, though.
You sure you don't want to sleep on it?
I'm gonna go to sleep at some point, I guess. But
I think it'd be best for us to reconvene when you've had a moment to process and
sure. You guys mind if we sleep kind of together tonight?
Huh?
So do you,
kind of related for me.
if you mind if we kind of sleep together tonight, like in the same room, to watch each other's backs?
Go back to the tiny hut.
That works.
I'm unopposed.
I'm opposed, but I'll do it.
Davina agrees as well.
Laura, X,
They both say yes.
No,
Mayor.
I'm not opposed to this.
So Laura nodded.
Mayor nodded as well.
Logan says, I'm a bit large for the hut, but I'll be here.
No, not the hut, but just like throwback to the.
Oh, I see. It was a callback. Something I wasn't a part
Apologies.
of. Sorry, I'm just trying to bring some
I also
levity.
thought you meant the actual hut. But, okay.
No. I don't do that anymore. It's been ages since we.
Can we throw the hut up just for like old time's sake at some point?
When I get the mansion, I'll throw that up.
Callow has made his way to the door. He's closed it and made it clear that the bar is closed for the moment and maybe the foreseeable future. Spins the close sign, closes the doors, draws the shades down, as it were.
Samson walks over to him while he does that.
Mhm.
And gets close to him so that nobody can hear him unless they're trying to eavesdrop, and says, I noticed your accent changed a few times there after Midas came back. And anything else to tell me about that? Then I'll roll a persuasion.
Roll persuasion.
31.
Let's go for 32. 23.
I gotta refresh my little thing. It didn't pop up for me.
It's a dyslexic 32, so we'll take it.
Stop.
Too soon? I don't know how that could be a too soon. All right.
Just too soon.
What'd you roll with that, Chris?
D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond, the assholes that are trying to take your money.
Hasbro.
They said they're getting rid of royalties.
Do you want me to send you a screenshot of it?
No, just roll something else real quick. I want to see if it'll pop up.
All right, I'm going to save this screenshot, though.
I believe you. That's completely fine. Do you have it on self or everyone?
Well, I haven't changed it since the little 7 I rolled. Did that pop up?
Insight check 7.
Yeah, the insight popped up.
Okay, I'm just going to send you the screenshot.
I just want you to roll it so we can make sure if the next thing is going to work or not, Chris. Just press the button and roll it.
That shit's hilarious.
Jeez. You haven't pressed the button yet, have you?
I did. I'm gonna screenshot this one too. It goes higher. Nothing?
No, it worked when I pressed it from the web. That app may be acting up. But okay, so the first one was a 23, you said?
Did the nature roll
No.
go through?
Mm.
Really?
No, we'll figure it out as we go. But
Oh, what's this app? I'll try it again.
you say that to him.
Yeah, it was a 23 the first one.
Okay. He looks at you. A deception came
Did I
through.
get the deception?
Yeah, that came through.
Okay, that was the first one I rolled when I restarted the app.
Okay, cool. He looks at you and in these same hushed tones simply says, nothing to trouble yourself with, Mr. Sampson. I assure you, I've simply just lived a life, and sometimes they slip through.
Not particularly, but I will decide what I trouble myself with, and a person in, intimate quarters, me and my group, that is not who they say they are, seemingly now, is something that I would concern myself. So, I ask again, politely, friendly, anything you can tell me about this? I'll roll another persuasion.
Yeah, this feels a little intimidation-y at this point.
No, it's not. It's not. It's
Okay.
not. I'm just concerned, my friend just died, so it's a lot of weird shit going on.
He looks at you and he says, well, I don't recall ever mentioning I only spoke with one accent before. I don't believe I've been unforthcoming with my identity. Midas trust me?
Midas just died, with all due respect. Just trying to figure out if I need to be worried here. That's all. What? I'll let you tell me what the roll is.
What are you trying to? What are you trying to get from him at this point?
I'm trying to figure out why the fuck he has so many accents.
Okay, so see the persuasion, intimidation. Those are your options here.
I'm gonna stick the friendly route.
Okay. He says,
Can I roll it again or not?
yeah, you can roll again.
Is this
I
something
won't.
only Samson noticed?
Samson and Mir.
Nah, me and Mir.
He says, as someone of your own standing who's moved from the high class to the low, and has spoken in different ways before, I think you'd understand that sometimes we need to be a different us. A different me slipped through. There's no cause for concern.
They're still speaking in that accent?
I hear you when you say that, but how do you even know that I used to speak like that? I'll ask you one more time. What's behind this? And I will switch to intimidation.
Samson, are we going to drink?
He's by himself. He's walking over with Callow as Callow puts down the blinds and closes the locks and stuff.
Okay.
You can say that from across the room. That's fine.
Yeah, that's how I was kind of hollering out to him. Are we going to drink? You guys going to drink? Are we going to... Guys, what's going on? What's going on? Why are you guys over there talking in the corner?
We'll be right there, Midas. Be right there. No fear.
No
Puts up
thing on
both
you.
hands. Puts up both hands like, hands up, don't shoot.
Wow.
No.
Boy.
That's too early for me.
What the hell? What did you say?
Hands up, don't shoot. Callow will say to you,
Oh no, buddy,
Midas,
not on
Samson.
MLK Day.
Wow. Yeah, true.
Didn't even see it coming, though. All right, sorry.
Come on, man.
I'm done. I'm done.
Callow will say to you, Samson, he would just look you square in the eyes, and not that he had much pretense up, but will just speak plainly to you. You kind of see a shift in his demeanor a bit as he says, my priority here is Midas's safety, first and foremost. That is my priority. That is my brother's priority. And that's what I will see to. Is that a problem?
No problem. We'll talk later.
He
Let's
nods.
just make sure Midas is good.
He nods. And they head back. So he serves some more drinks up.
Just pour me a water as similar to Midas.
Yeah, waters are available for those who want water.
I'm sorry. No, we're not doing that. You're not going to get out of drinking a lost one when everybody gets. Like, it's a lost one.
I have an important conversation at some point today, Samson.
He does,
I would much rather be sober for it.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have made the lost one so heavy.
At some point, Logan and Davina will go up and like get the mattresses from the rooms and bring them down, so you guys can kind of like camp out in the bar area.
Hey, that's
Solar wants
nice
to send
to
Solus
sleep over.
outside.
Okay, Solus goes outside on Overwatch duties, as it were.
Oh, is it nighttime?
No, it's like afternoon. It's like at this point it'd be around 2, 3 o'clock, give or take,
Gotcha.
if that. We need to jump back one more time again, as Solora did want to tell the Dreadnought of the death of Ashley Stavant.
Right.
So we will hop
This
back
was
to a
important.
happier time. Well, to a not. No, still some trauma. We'll hop back a
Less
few hours.
tumultuous time. Less tumultuous.
Exactly so. As we skip on back a bit to so I'm not sure how to put on the jaunty, happy music either. I will as we transition out of Myers' trauma.
Man, what I would not give just to be listening to Man on the Moon right
Do whatever you want.
now. Real happy. No,
Oh
fuck
no, the
that.
time. You guys missed the time period.
Not time.
So, Shalora, what were you gonna have Midas say to the Dreadnought? If you're speaking, I cannot hear you, Michelle.
What if the Dawn had died?
Dreadnought probably would have showed up to the little wake we had.
You guys had it pretty
Oh.
quickly.
I know. I feel like he has ways.
Was it just simply passing on?
Say,
Oh, God.
Talking about the GPS, we.
I don't know what that is in this.
What would you have? What are you having Midas say in the sending spell to Dreadnought?
tell him, actually, Stevan was, in a battle,
Killed in action. KIA.
you challenged them? Yeah, he was killed in battle, while we challenged another group for the territory.
Okay.
We tried to bring him back, but it didn't work.
There's a few moments before Midas gets a response. Eventually, it does come. A Dreadnought says, "Is that this horrible? He wasn't much of a rival, but he kept the days interesting. Do check on Theron. We're elves. We mark our days by our rivals' lives. This is the start of a new life for Theron. Keep eyes on him. Give my love to my daughter." And that's it.
Says to make sure you check on Theron. you elves mark your lives by your enemies or your rivals. So this is a new life for Theron. Theron. He said, check my daughter. Tell her to talk to Theron.
Well, I think he's back. Oh no, this is before that.
This is
This
before.
is before he died.
This is-
Wait, Theron dies?
no, before Midas took
Oh.
his L.
Oh. Yeah. So, how many days ago was this now?
This was hours ago. This was the morning of this day.
Oh. Okay.
It's been a long day.
Well, Solar will just check in with
Been a
Theron.
long day.
Okay, Theron would so Theron, Oriana, and Logan were up the latest drinking. So in the morning they were kind of still at the bar chasing the dog that bit him, getting some morning drinks in. So
Where it's either side.
they're still kind of commemorating their shared bond and this shared loss that they have, because the three of them have known Stefan the longest.
Seems sad.
Not so much. The previous night was the sadness. This is more of the relishing who was, and just telling more happier stories. Things he wanted to accomplish and didn't quite get to. His nonsense of always saying actually, and it's a little more jovial than previous day.
Alright, that's for that. Real quick, bouncing back. Solar wants to try to see through the eyes of Solus to see if the spice makes a difference.
Okay,
For
so
that.
back to present time. I think we tried this before.
Oh yeah?
It would not. Solus would have to be on spice to change Solus's vision.
Yeah, that's what happened last time. You were actually like able to see Solus, and like from your standpoint, actually make out what Solus looked like and everything like that in the spice, but you weren't actually able to see through Solus's eyes because Solus was above spice.
Yeah, so you can still tap in and have a sober vision through Solus, but you don't have the spice eyes through Solus's eyes.
Okay.
Unless you give Solus spice.
You're good.
No. Actually,
Yeah.
I support it.
not today.
That was the real life version of that meme with the lady who shakes her head no, and it's like, and then shakes her head no again.
exactly that. As you all are, it's still early, so we'll say the beds aren't brought down just yet. But doors have been closed. You all are kind of just being there for Myas in the moment.
Samson's gonna pull out his lute and play Johnny Cash Hurt.
Okay. Samson begins playing Johnny Cash Hurt.
And he's gonna like keep an eye on Midas to make sure it's not like triggering.
Midas is thoroughly unbothered and does not care about the music.
Okay.
Well, I was hoping that you might join in, but all right, so good. But,
Around this time, there's actually a knock at the door.
Midas jumps when the knock happens.
Calm down, Midas. I think I understand who this is.
This is enemy X.
This is not. You know exactly who this is, if it's who I think it is.
Are you going to the door, X?
Yes. Oh, yeah, my bad.
He just stares at the door. I know who that is. Okay. X, you get up, you go over to the door. Do you unlock it? Do you look out through the window? What are you doing?
I look through the window.
You see one standing on the other side of the door.
Solar, hold on real quick. Solar says she tapped into Solus, but
Okay.
I think it's to look outside. You saying?
Yeah, she put Solus outside. So Give me a perception check. What are you looking for exactly? As Solus.
She just wants to see who's at the door.
Oh. She would have seen one about the same time that X got up to open it. She'd recognize him at this point. You guys have seen him enough times.
It's the loneliest number that you'll ever do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what Laura just said.
I'm going to assume that didn't happen.
Samson stands up and points a finger. It's one.
I don't know if Solois. Did Solois share that before X can say anything?
Yes.
Okay. So as X is going to the door to open it and to
Midas
peek
kind of
through,
calms down.
Solois says, "It's one" before X can.
Okay. What's she want? What's she here for, X? And then X opens the door.
You know exactly what he's here for.
I'm sorry. I've been. A lot has happened, X. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
out of it.
you died. All right, so X said, everyone, I have a meeting with one and some of my former friends and associates. I'm letting him in. So X says, "Hey, one," and opens the door.
Contrary to popular opinion,
Nobody else even got to say anything.
doors open.
But this is good.
One says, contrary to popular opinion, it's most often advantageous to greet your guest after you have opened the door, not before.
You're not a guest. You shouldn't. be
I'm
here
not
right
talking
now.
to you back there in the corner. I'm talking to the man who opened the door.
But this is why I need to narrate everything, because in my mind I did it all at the same time.
Well,
That's the problem.
Midas is he kind of walks back and kind of tries to pivot himself to hide himself a little bit behind the sheets and stuff like that, and kind of just wipe his sweat off.
no, she's not there anymore. Logan had them removed for safety reasons.
Okay. Well, he tries to hide behind something to kind of
Logan's big enough.
disguise himself. Yeah, to wipe his sweat off.
Yeah.
Kind of look normal.
One is kind of standing in the doorway, looking at X and looking at the group. You know, X, I'm not feeling quite welcomed in your domicile.
Would you like to meet somewhere else?
No, I'd just like to feel welcome in your home.
All right. Give me 1 second. Just let's redo this. Can you just step outside again for me?
Sure. And he steps out.
X says, Samson says the Midas on the side before one steps out. I know he squashed the beef and everything, but I still hate this one.
Oh, it's always the shenanigans with this guy and the pleasantries.
All right.
He's a fucking prick.
Hey, listen. I understand how y'all feel about him. I understand how he talks to y'all. Y'all talk back to him, and the banter is 1101101110. But listen, let this be a moment for y'all to please welcome my former friends in. I need him to feel welcome. This is yet again another attempt at me.
His timing is impeccable, X.
Huh?
Invite him to the bar. I said his timing is impeccable. Invite him to the bar.
Thank you, Samson.
All right, everybody. Let's
I would
pretend nothing ever happened.
I would like for him to feel honored instead of feeling welcomed. Like, you should be happy you're here.
Thank you.
I
All right,
think
excellent.
No, him.
Stop.
No, him. He should be honored, not welcome. He doesn't deserve to be welcomed here.
Oh my gosh.
Samson, I would treat your family as honored, esteemed guests, whether they were royalty or not. So please.
Let's let X have this one.
But he's met my family, and they're not pricks.
What? Have you met Everard?
Aren't you related to Tana?
All right, listen.
Everard, Tanner, come on, bro. Vincent.
Now you guys are ganging up on me. Vincent saved our lives.
And Tana tried to kill me twice. So listen.
Okay? I'm not vouching for Tana. And trying to kill me too.
There's a knock on the door again.
Okay, X goes back to the door. Please, Sam. X opens the door. One, my friend, good to see you again. Hey, why don't you join us at the bar? We're having some drinks right now.
X.
Hey, one. How's it going?
Well, howdy there, Midas. I'm doing just fine. Top of the morning. X, it's great to see you as always. Not to see you in good health and amongst good company.
Asshole.
Never
yeah,
liked
yeah.
you, but this is for X. I hope you have a great time. And Samson goes and sits at the bar.
Yo.
One smiles wide and kind of there's an exaggerated bow as he tips his hat. And he says, we'll be having a few others join us for this meeting if that's all right with you, X.
Yeah.
Of course you will, Samson says from over at the bar.
And as he. Go ahead.
And X says in the mental link, I remember I did tell y'all this was going to happen, and I said that I might have a conversation with Solo and then invite Midas. I said I'll invite you back to a certain part if you wanted to join.
After everything that's happened, X, I mean,
I understand. Take it easy.
X, I'm fully on board your plan, but I got to keep it. The same energy. That way they don't expect that. Anything. Do what you got to do, man.
Understood.
I trust you, but I got a role to play, so I'm gonna play.
So one, do you know when everyone's showing up?
As you say that, 9 just kind of pushes past you without speaking.
And hello to you too, 9. Always a pleasure.
That was rude.
Glad you noticed.
Samson says that was rude out loud.
And she says, glad you noticed. And she goes and sits by the bar. One's still standing by the door, seemingly waiting for someone else. And 2 comes in.
okay.
She kind of side eyes X and walks into the room and sits on the other side of 9. 1 kind of looks out the door and because the gang's all here. And he closes the door back.
Oh shit.
Samson walks over and sits next to 9, who's on the
3, 4,
other
5,
side
6,
of
7,
2,
8. Hate you.
right?
Yeah, so 9 sat, so there was only 1 seat to her left, which 2 took. So it was 2, 9, and then seats, I suppose.
3, 4, 5,
Yeah,
6, 7, 8.
I'm taking that seat next to 9.
9 kind of like slowly turns to look at you, and 1 comes over and puts a friendly hand on your shoulder. I'm afraid that's my seat, my friend.
Samson looks past 9 and over at 2 and smiles and says, "You're the one we killed, right?"
What?
Who responds? Before anyone can say anything, 1 just kind of grips your shoulder a little harder, still friendly-ish, and he says, well, now, if you remember correctly, y'all ain't do shit in that situation. That was an outside party. If you
And before anything goes
scoot
anywhere
over.
else, let's just call all the pleasantries there. I'm happy that we have all greeted one another. Everyone, it is so good to see you all. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Caldor, is the back room available?
Well, X, hold on.
No.
Sorry.
Samson?
No, I say this out loud. As your good friend 1 would say, we're all just friends getting along. Right?
1 says, now while I am a great fan of the pleasantries and the small talks, I cannot say that my compatriots share my passion for it. So it may be the best in everyone's favor should we move things along. I'm not sure how much either of them will tolerate all of you, as he points to Samson.
Samson nods, gets up, and walks back over to where he was.
So, Caldor, is the back room available?
That's not his name.
Oh, Cowlin.
Callow.
Caldor was a store.
Callow. Like Callow Hill?
Okay,
Alright.
thank you. Callow, is the back room available?
Yes, of course it is.
All right.
Right, it says the X in his head. X. It'd be nice if they weren't such assholes coming into our place.
I'm pretty
But-
sure everyone forgot about the Misfits.
No, we've never walked into their home, but that's okay. I understand this is situation that's going to evolve.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Also,
And-
X, I hope that you can see that, you know, I'm not going rogue here. I'm just trying to play up my little space and distract as much as I can with this.
no need,
So,
no need to distract. You can play it cool, Samson. Act like we want them.
no. I'm going to give you every advantage you can get. So if they can be mad at me while they're negotiating you, I'll do it every time.
One type of advantage that I would hope to get is playing of a song that might encourage me a little bit. And after he says that, Kalo, can you prepare an X says the favorite foods that the Black Order used to like as they were out on missions or just chilling, and have it sent over to us immediately once it's finished?
Absolutely not a problem.
Awesome.
As he kind of points the way to the back room and begins going to the kitchen to start whipping up these things.
As
Yeah, no
X is
pressure.
walking back, Mice grabs him and he says, "Make sure you get this one right," and guides him, gives him guidance.
How long does guidance last?
Only a minute.
So I'll say what I want to say in the first 60 seconds.
So you guys head to the back room. It's a nice little space. They all sit down around the room. 2 sticking close to 9. 1 very relaxed. As he sits and you sit, he says, "Well, X, you have called this little quorum into session. I do believe it's best if you lead the way."
Yes. First of all, I want to express my sincerest gratitudes for everyone coming back here. And I assure you, life has definitely been different without you all by my side. But before I go on, I just want to make sure, are all of you okay right now? Feeling good? Do you need anything? Food is on its way. Do you need drinks or anything?
I recall, using the great powers of my short-term memory, that we agreed to dispatch with the pleasantries and small talk.
You are correct. So, getting straight to the point, I come to you for the same request that I've come to you for in the past. But there's a bit difference within my request this time. I need you now more than ever. I am building something. And I need you all to be of support and leaders in what I'm building. I've come across a certain bit of information and learning that what we've been through with the organization is just the tip of the iceberg. And there are other organizations that are doing just as heinous and foul things to those about the world. Is my goal to rid everyone of this world? Everyone in the world of these organizations? No. One part of my goal is to atone for some of the sins of my past. We were all kidnapped at an early age and stolen. And in part, I have done my own part to take kids from their home and train them up. X looks at 2.
She looks away.
There's not much I can do to atone for those sins, but moving forward, my goal is to help those who are less fortunate by healing those in towns. As I do my part to remind those shadowy organizations that there will be someone looking over their shoulders when they try to do wrong. Now, my aim is still to bring down the Black Order, but I know that I can't do that alone. And I'm bringing down other organizations as the time comes. And what I'm building, I need others that I can trust. Mainly you 3 right here. To be at the helm of this organization with me.
Roll persuasion.
That was 60 seconds, Brian.
You can get the guidance. That's not a problem.
Come on, good rolling night. Yes! What do I get with guidance?
A D4?
What do you roll?
He rolled a 22. Add a D4.
Nice.
25.
+3.
They kind of look at each other skeptically for a bit. One kind of leans forwards a bit. it sounds like you have yourself a kitchen with multiple menus, and you're not quite sure who your customers are going to be. Multiple organizations which you wish to destroy across all of Elestria. Quite grand, quite unfocused.
I assure you that there is a focus along with it. I have come across other organizations that aim to topple those that are at the height of power, and they take requests from just anyone and everyone.
The fifth column.
Of course. I assure you that that is not exactly my goal. I've come across these documents that are outlining who these individuals are, who these players are, and how I should move in order to dispatch of them. I'm coming to you because I am, as I said, I am developing a network. I already have some folks within this network. They're new to me. And to be completely honest, I don't know how far I can trust them. So I need my family by my side as this organization grows so that we can deal with more of the items on this menu at a time.
You said helm of the ship. What level of control would we have in this organization to take down organizations?
There will be a guide there will be some guide on how things would be accomplished, or should be accomplished, I should say. But I assure you that each, for lack of a better term for now, commander can operate at their own discretion. But there will be a general guiding parameter to make sure that we don't go down a path that causes us to be just like those we're trying to take out.
At this, 9 speaks up. But we are just like those you're trying to kill. You're recruiting us to simply do what we've always done, are you not?
I believe that the tools that we've been given to cause harm to those around us and the innocents can be turned to help the innocent. And 9, I assure you, there was a time where I swore off killing completely. But I know that that's impossible. And if I can use these tools that I've learned to help right some wrongs, this is something that I must do. So yes, what you've learned will be used, but it'll be used to help those of the less fortunate.
1 goes to speak, but 2 cuts him off. Why should we care about the less fortunate? What does that have to do with us? With the Black Order's lies? With how they used us? The less fortunate. We barely even touched them. Sure, we didn't kill people the gods told us, but we didn't kill saints.
They go like that got you killed.
Maybe when a town got burnt, sure. But your piety's not our problem, X. Your sad soul is not our problem. Who are we to go around saving poor little children or starving mothers? Or do you want to go as far as to help the struggling Duke? How about the down-the-luck priest?
2, I rolled a 23.
You got 2 killed, guy.
25.
25 total. This conversation is going well.
So, what happened to the compassionate 2?
Do you say that?
Yes.
She died. You saw it.
Damn, son.
And you know how hard I fought. And I tried to keep you from that moment too. I would have exchanged myself with you if I could have.
But you didn't.
Real quick, history check. How did 2 come back alive?
Anton cashed in every favor he had with Carrick to have her revived.
Okay. And that was based off of something that I did, right?
No.
Okay.
And Anton felt bad about
Gotcha.
seeing how it affected you. Anton felt he should intercede. That was Anton being a good friend to someone who said, "I'm not your friend."
All right, thank you. All right, so 2, yes, you have died. I would hope that you will understand that the compassion that someone felt for you is the reason that you were able to be brought back to life. And I have seen these towns that have been burned as I've been walking around with this group of misfits. I've had to see these faces that we have hurt. The pain. Once you get to know these people that you've hurt, the pain is more than you can imagine. 2, you're the reason that I left the Black Order. The mission to get you from your village is when I realized how wrong what we were doing was. You're the reason I have compassion in the first place. Where I've seen the light of the lost. We'll talk about that later.
Give me 1 second. You have quite the way about you there, Greg.
It just doesn't work with Brian.
Huh?
It works with people in real life.
Does it? I gotta figure out what I named her really quick.
While he's doing this, I'm thinking about sending to Anton. If anybody has anything to say against him, now's your chance.
You may want to wait to give that announcement a little later, Chris. Unless you're going to actually say that in game that you're going to do that.
Oh, yeah. I said it during like a little check break to be out of here. I'll say it later. Yeah.
I'm sorry, what's happening now?
You got X is meeting with his former group to try to convince them to join his grander ambitions. They're currently in the back room, so we're having that conversation. I am checking a character sheet to see how someone X, quote unquote, got killed is going to respond to him saying, "You're the reason I left," when he left without saying anything to her.
We've already discussed this, Brian.
It never goes well, and you just keep saying the same thing every time you have the conversation.
Because time passed.
Bro!
Is that what you're saying? Time
Yes!
passed?
That's he keeps doing this. He keeps saying the same thing.
He doesn't grow.
Bro, you have all the books. What are you doing?
What he's doing is taking a dagger to the thigh as she throws a dagger to your thigh. Bing!
Who threw a dagger at my thigh?
2. You take 6 points of piercing damage. As she says, "Don't call me the reason you abandoned your family. Because you abandoned us. Spin it however you want. Whatever reasons you want. You left. You didn't say a word. You didn't try to find us. Next time we saw you, you got me killed. Okay? Just be glad we're even fucking here."
Brian's just impossible.
And 1 says, "Oh, hold on now, 2. All right, now he made some missteps. Granted, he wasn't ever the most charismatic of us. That wasn't his job. That was mine. I can say, speaking for the man, that he fucked up. But I do think there is some merit in what he's trying to do. Do I want to help the poor? No. Does my heart bleed like Xavier's? No. Like X's? No. Do I feel guilt and solemn regret for the villages we burned or the people we've killed? Not particularly. But I would love to destroy the Black Order. I have no gripes in destroying organizations like the Black Order. If that is what our good friend X here is endeavoring to do, I see no reason not to join up. Granted, I don't think we're gonna get that big old happy family unit back again, but we have been spending a good bit of our time ensuring that X and his little gaggle of assholes are safe. So this isn't much of a stretch from what we were doing previously. 9 says, kind of patting 2 on the shoulder, kind of calming her down a bit. She will kind of get up and remove the dagger from your leg, and she will kind of just like passingly heal it and hand the dagger back to 2 and sit back down. We'll look at you, and she will say, I don't care about the downtrodden, or the sad, or the villages we've burnt, or the sad faces you've seen. I do care about destroying the Black Order. I care about being manipulated. I care about being lied to. Now, I do think we can work together in that. I do not know that I care much about the other organizations out there that you found. Our focus will be on the Black Order. If we go on any missions, it is to further the destruction of the Black Order. If you have novices that need instructing, we can think about that.
All right, great. I'm making some notes right now. Oh, it doesn't have emotions at all. Okay.
They have emotions. They're just not where you're at with it. They're not
All
on
right.
the self-hate train.
All right, so I'm happy that we have that. I'm happy that you shared how you all feel about it. So in that case, listen, singular goal is to defeat the Black Order, and that's how you can operate, and that's how we'll operate with this. There's a larger group I'm forming, as I've mentioned, the Light of the Lost. If you haven't done a reconnaissance already, and this group does have some strong individuals in it. I know we all don't have the best relationship now, but I at least know where you stand. Some of these folks, they are former cell swords, and I honestly don't know where they're coming. But I've pitched them to bring down the Black Order. I can give them a name, and they go take that name out for me. As I said earlier, you can all be the captains of your divisions. I have a space for us to operate out of within Sethret. I am the leader of a region. And that's where you'll be able to operate out of. Any questions concerning that?
1 says, this Light of the Lost you speak of, cell swords, you say?
There was a moment where I really needed my family. I really needed you all, but I just didn't have you at that time. So I was able to strike a deal with someone. I provide them names of individuals within the Black Order, and they take them down for me.
You're paying these people?
I am not.
Who is paying the cell swords? The cell part being the fighter part of the word there.
And they're not necessarily cell swords. They're people who he already has in his organization. Do you know of Bill Brown? Bill Brown, right, Brian?
Bill Brown's the name.
Do you know Bill Brown? In the town where the Deathly Hollows.
River's End.
River's End.
2 doesn't know Bill Brown, but 1 and 9 do. I'm sorry. You are teaming up with what essentially is a crime boss to take down the Black Order.
I told you sometimes I had to get dirty to get this stuff done.
Why does he even care?
There was a moment in River's End where the Black Order was a part of a scheme to bring down his, lack of a better term, empire, and they were messing up some of his money-making moves. So I was able to let him know that they need to be taken out so that he can operate as he's been doing so in River's End.
And you trust him?
No, that's why I'm talking to you all and need y'all as their oversight. Because I can't do it all alone.
And they are willing to be under our oversight.
Well, that conversation is going to happen tomorrow.
Right.
There's a lot of moving parts here. But listen, just as we've all decided that y'all might not be going off and taking care of these other organizations, there might be some things where me and Bill Brown's group agreed to, where maybe they just care to take out the Black Order and then we go our separate ways.
Sounds like we're gonna have to play this one by ear, X. And he stands up, kind of gives a stretch. Well, I got all the information I need.
Wait. Take a seat. I just want everything to be on the table.
He sits down.
I've come to an understanding that it was difficult for me to take down the Master using the Master's tools. I've had to come to a bit of a change within my training and my style, my order. X allows his hands to glow, and he brings out his mask. As I operate now, I do operate, if you haven't heard, out of the way of mercy. I will be, as I take down the Black Order, I will be also healing the sick and the downtrodden. I didn't want you to hear this from someone else. I needed you all to hear this from me.
They all look, they're processing it for a moment. Very quickly, one kind of shrugs and says, well, X, you're more than welcome to use any tools you see fit to do your master goals in life. I won't begrudge you a change of tool. 9 kind of slowly nods in semi-agreement. Her being more on the cleric side of anything anyways. She wasn't exactly the same exact load up as you all were in the beginning. 2, on the other hand, kind of looks... She looks a little shocked. And, she, give me a insight check.
I can read her mind. It's like, no.
You could.
No, I'm not going to do that.
We all make our own choices here. 15. She doesn't do a very good job of hiding what just kind of looks like kind of distancing herself from you a little bit more than she was previously. Not recoiling away from you, but she doesn't seem to sit right with her that you have made this change. But she doesn't say anything.
2, I can see that your mood's changed even more. Do you mind if we have a brief conversation on why I don't care much?
She slowly stands and says, "Something to talk about. We will go and we'll figure out how best we can use the master's tools to bring down the master, although it may not work. Right?
I didn't say that exact quote, Brian.
She's allowed to interpret it however she wants. And she's upset.
I didn't do it on purpose.
Once again, one stands up. I think we should call it a session. I do think we've made great strides. If you don't mind, we are going to go move into your new abode. I did put some eyes on it the other day. We'll be sure not to change any of the decor until we had conversation, of course.
Yeah. And I'll be over there later today. I have to as well. I would actually say if you'd allow me to go there first, I don't want there to be any alter issue.
Oh, there's no issue. Where do you think everyone else is now?
At the fight.
No, they're at the house.
Y'all got the whole cloak with you?
You think we travel alone, X?
Just didn't know if everyone came along for the party. I'll see y'all there later today.
He nods. And they kind of let one or two go out first. And then 9 goes and one pauses a moment and says to you, "You're not making very good strides with her. You see that, right?"
Teenage angst.
Yes and no. On one hand, you indirectly got her killed. On the other hand, you abandoned her in her youth. On the third hand, you just keep doing shit. I'm not sure if you like, these hands add up, X. You have a handful of bullshit that you just keep throwing at her.
Abandoned her, kidnapped her, tried to save her. Like
she doesn't begrudge you these things, X. That's the thing. You're making your entire history poisonous. You're saying everything you ever did for her was bad. Everything she is bad in your eyes now. You gave the girl a family. You raised her. You taught her things. And now the thing you taught is poison? It's the master's tools and you abandon them yourself? I get it. I'm grown. You're telling her the thing you taught her was terrible. What good thing does she have to remember you by at this point?
My warm embrace.
I'll see you later, X. Just think on it, maybe ask one of your fuck up friends. They seem to be decent enough at conversations and relationships.
Oh, no. They keep throwing it in my face that I kidnapped her.
They're assholes. They weren't there. You didn't kidnap her. The Black Order did. You get that right? It wasn't you. It wasn't your decision. You are not this arbiter of evil that you keep making yourself out to be. You're a victim, X. It's all right to have other victims with you. You keep painting her out to be this other thing, and you this outside force that did everything to her.
I hear what you're saying, but Greg is stressing right now.
We'll talk later, actually. He pats you on the back and he heads out.
Literally, Greg is stressing right now.
Oh, boy.
Has it been a full day?
We're getting there. So, the Black Order leaves. You guys see them walk out. X eventually follows. They leave before the food comes. As Callow kind of peeks out the kitchen and sees him leaving and says, "I got some food up if anyone's hungry." And he just kind of puts the meals out for anyone to eat. But X now rejoins the group, and the Black Order is now gone.
X sits at the bar and says, "I just don't get it. They're saying I abandoned her. Y'all say I kidnapped her and I'm a horrible person. I'm lost."
You were a horrible person, X. Now you're just an idiot.
Callow puts a lost one in front of you. It seems fitting. Puts it down.
Can you make it a double?
Pulls it back, makes it a double. And...
Well, at this point, all three of you are right.
Oriana says, Logan says, I'm going to head to my district for a bit. I'll be back before nightfall.
X actually does the same. Unless Misfits, do we have anything to discuss?
No.
I thought we were all supposed to be sleeping in. Well, is that night already over?
No. This all took place in the afternoon, so you still have a few hours before it's time to sleep. But the plan is to reconvene and all kind of slumber party get up.
Yeah, so I'll be back I'll return before nightfall.
Oh, can I ask? I made potions, 2 potions.
Yeah, put them in your inventory.
Oh, you did it?
Mm-hmm.
How big are the flasks?
1 use.
Well, how big are they? Could they be broken down into little vials?
They will not work outside of the full usage. You have to drink the entire thing to have the effect.
Gotcha. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that too.
Yeah. Did you want to say the sending thing, Chris? Oh, you muted Chris if you're talking. Oh, there you go.
Sorry. Wait, what?
Did you want to mention the sending the Anton thing that you mentioned earlier?
I had a lot of time to think about it.
So you don't want to say it?
I don't think so.
Okay. So in that case, Logan.
Well, can I take input on this?
Yes, what I thought you were doing, asking the group if they wanted to say anything to Anton in your sending with you.
Well, I was more on some like, yeah, this is something that Anton we should talk to him about.
Yeah.
You could bring it up to the group and just say that, and have the open conversation about it.
All right. So, Samson says to the group, I guess, a lot's happened. Do you think that, especially with the scroll, do you think reaching out to Anton and getting his input on what's going on would be beneficial to the group right now?
I don't know. Anton is very concerned with what he's dealing with.
I agree.
Not that he wouldn't care. Not that he wouldn't care. Just, I don't know how much time or brain power he can lend to other endeavors.
It's been a while now, though. He's not just taking over anymore.
There's still a war that he's waging, right? I mean, it doesn't hurt to reach out, but like Midas,
I don't know if there's a war that he's waging right now. I haven't checked in.
We know he's waging a war.
The last thing you guys are aware of is him
still raging a war.
The last thing you guys will be aware of is him trying to stamp out the Friends of S, and to your knowledge, that's been accomplished. You guys know the potential. You know that he is trying to figure out how to approach avenging his dad, and that he's trying to figure out which of the knights killed his dad. But there's no knowledge. Like, you know about the potential for the future war, but you have no knowledge of if that has started or anything like that. Back to you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where to take it from here.
Midas, when he goes to sleep tonight, is going to try to contact Belendras.
Okay.
By focusing.
Mm-hmm.
I checked my tome at some point.
Not a problem. And you can spend some time trying to make X's item if you want as well, Mia.
Where I do that.
Okay. So, Samson, are you going to send this message now or maybe sometime later?
Nah, I'm glad. This, it, I'm gonna frame it around because he knew actually Stevan as well.
Yeah, he did. He was really good friends with Stevan, actually.
Right. So I'm gonna let him know about actually Stevan and the beautiful wake that we had for him. And just, you know,
So
give
what
him
do
a
you say in the
general
spell then? When you cast sending, what do you say?
bad news. Actually, Stevan didn't make it through one of our fights. We remembered him beautifully. Shit's been wild. How are things going with you?
You get a pretty quick response. He says, sorry to hear that, Samson. I spent much time with Stevan. Things here are fluid. Taking back some territory, things are calming down. That's it.
That's good to hear.
All right.
All right. Yeah, cool. I'll relay that to the group.
Okay.
I'll say Anton sends his regards. He says they're taking back some territory and things are settling down.
Maybe he'll have Kelstrom back. And 5 of 3.
Maybe. I didn't ask.
Oriana says,
He also responded very quickly, so I think I just wanted to, press that. Like, he really does send his regards.
she nods. And she says, suppose we could always check in on the man in the moon in the morning to see what territory he's taken. But all right.
Let's do observation.
But she kind of gets up and helps herself to some of the food. Logan will take some to go. X will head out to scout his region, I believe was what he was doing. Mia will begin working on X's item.
And Brian, as I'm actually walking through my region, looking for people who might be, sick, a little under the weather, I'm literally healing them.
Okay. Not a problem. And there are a few. It's not like, Oliver Twist London. But there are some people who've gotten hurt in little scrapes. People who just are a little under the weather. You're able to go through and heal their wounds and their ailments.
Blinded, all that.
Okay, guy.
That's what it says. Blinded, poisoned, all that.
Roll investigation to see if you can cure some blind people. This isn't exactly the friendliest place if you're blind. You probably would have came down here in the first place.
Ooh, that's important.
But you do happen to find some blind people.
X out here healing the blind.
Yeah.
If they're paralyzed, blinded, or can't hear.
These are conditions. If they have the condition, not if they have the life ailment.
Okay, well, let's give them the life ailment of blinded and not heal them.
Just to be very clear, if they have these conditions on their person, you can heal them. If someone's legs don't work, you can't fix that.
Yo, you're not Jesus, bro.
Right.
You're not Jesus.
Maybe that wasn't fully clear, but
he really think he really tried to make his little Jesus move.
He did.
He tried to get the capital H on him.
Yeah, he did, right? Man wanted to be Himothy out here and shit. So you do come across someone who has just recently gotten something in their eyes and it's burning their eyes, and you run it really quickly and you're able to heal that and prevent their blindness.
Thank you. And other sick people.
And you're able to cure some ailments of other people, but you're not. Yes, so you cure some things. You're doing good deeds in your new district. Mia, if you can, give me a. We're gonna do a check with your Tinkerer's tools to see how your items coming along. So anything that has a +8, you can just roll that because your thing for this is a +8. And we're gonna do 2 rolls. One today, one next session, and depending on where your rolls fall in the skill check, that will determine the attributes this item's gonna have. So the better you roll, the better the item will be. Terrence is muted. I'm not sure if Terrence is still with us. So we may pocket those rolls both for next session.
Oh no, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, roll. I think investigation was +8 for you. Whatever has +8, roll that, and that's going to be the first check in your as you're going to make this item for X. Oh wait, no, it's +4 because yours is +12, I believe. Let me double check. So that may end up being a 22.
Correct.
Yeah, your tinkering is +12 because you're an expert at it, so it doubles your proficiency. So yes, 22 is your first roll as you begin trying to craft these Remoraz infused gloves that X wants you to make.
No, right now it's a sword. I don't got gloves yet.
But it's still Remoraz blood? Or it's the frost blood?
Yeah. The Remoraz is for the sword.
Okay,
I
so
didn't
as you go
give
through,
him a frost yet.
okay, so as you begin to make the infusing with the sword, we'll do the next roll next session to see how it finishes out. But the first one being 22. Mark that down. And as you check your tome, you do find a reply from Banefree. He just asked for you to give him another day or so to collect what he has and send it to you, as far as the machinations of mining and advanced mining and equipment and machine, possible crazy machines that could be used towards this goal.
Sure.
And he does seem that he does have quite a bit of that in his personal library.
Might have to tell him to come with me.
As eventually everyone reconvenes, everyone gets their spots on the floor here, as Logan and Davina have now brought down the mattresses and comforters and displayed them out in like a little circle so everyone's heads will face the center. There's like hot cocoa. There's a little safely made campfire put in the middle of the floor. And Callow does bid you all good night as he leaves and, locks up like he usually does. And you guys, of course, all have a key to the place as well. Like, he locks up on his way out. And eventually, sleep comes to you all. Midas, as you focus in trying to reach Valandras. Your dreams begin, but you do find yourself in that voidless void again.
Oh shit!
You don't.
I won't be able to reach him.
You don't hear the voice, but you can feel its impact on you. You can feel the syllables and the hum of it going through your body. And as you're just focusing on Valandris, the blackness and the void slowly rip until it's completely white again. As Valandris looks at you concerned. Where were you?
You
What
let me die.
happened?
How'd you let me die?
I am not omnipresent. I am not a god.
You act like one. You tell me to do things. I got this scroll. It's supposed to hold some ancient knowledge. And I thought I'd have a go at it. And I died. But that's not the worst part. This thing caught me an enemy. And I could feel the voice go through me. I even felt it tonight before I could reach you. And I don't know. It's bad business. I've never seen anything this dangerous. Have you ever heard about a scroll like this?
No, I've heard of items of divinity having such reactions. Was it a god?
Our god's bad. It seemed pretty bad.
Gods have a shifting moral scale.
Well,
There are demons as well.
it thought of me as an enemy. And I've never been this scared in my life.
No
Or my
god would think of one mere mortal as an enemy. They usually find you all insignificant.
Well, I don't know what it was. You've never heard of this thing in the scroll. You're telling me you never heard of it.
You're not describing much.
It's a scroll. It's an ordinary looking scroll, like nothing important, and it's supposed to look like nothing important. And the person was carrying it on the back, and I took it from them. And it's supposed to hold an ancient knowledge.
Midas.
Super old, and the safest place to carry it is on your back.
Midas. My existence is to defeat the fallen.
That is all? Oh my gosh, a very, very sad existence. Well, it wasn't the fallen. I've never been this afraid of them. And I've looked at Tiamat, and I've never been this afraid of Tiamat.
You've what?
What do you say?
You've looked at Tiamat.
Her affect.
How?
I was this asshole named Assad, making friends with the wrong people in deities, and he called her into a fight.
Your ally has aligned himself with Tiamat.
As he says, he's not aligned with anyone. He uses people for whatever reason, but he's not my ally. He's as far as that goes, and he left the group.
I see. Be careful, Midas. I have not sensed much activity from the fallen as of late, which is odd, but we must stay vigilant. I do not know what you have uncovered or unlocked. I do not know that I can. I have my purview.
What are you?
I am Valandris.
A very static being.
I serve the gods in the way they wish.
You know gods.
I serve the gods, yes.
Can you speak to them?
Yes.
Could you ask them maybe what I opened?
It is not my purview.
Of course it's not.
what I can do is let you stay in this space while you sleep.
That'd be good.
Rest, Midas. Calm your mind.
Nice rest.
And your fear of the scroll will be cut in half. You're only afraid for 30 days now.
Oh wow. Okay.
As Valandris slowly disappears but leaves this space for you to return to every night now.
Okay.
So you will no longer be haunted by it in your dreams.
Dang, you want it to be a thing, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was going to be a thing. That was really bad.
Wow. I definitely was doing this for that reason. I was kind of
that was gonna be a thing, and that was going to potentially progress. But you're good.
Oh shit, progress.
Cut it off at the head.
This motherfucker's gonna be going crazy.
But we will call it a session there. That was a good one. X got to do some more things.
You made this impossible for me.
I did not make it impossible. You keep taking you're putting no effort into this at all, Greg. I'm sorry. You're actually putting no effort into this.
Listen,
I just died,
time,
bro.
man.
I hear that.
Time.
What do you mean? Time's not going to fix this problem for you, Greg. Like, that's not how that works.
Time, man.
You just hope you're relying on time to make someone not hate you anymore.
Yes.
That's not how it works, man. Like,
listen.
That's
First of
worse
all,
in Greg's world.
no, it doesn't.
First of all, they need to be a little bit more forgiving. That's the first thing.
Why?
Right?
Why should they be more forgiving, Greg?
Hold up. That's the first thing. They need to be a little bit more forgiving. Right? Brian, look. Hold up. Wait.
No,
wait,
please.
Wait. Turn the camera on. I got my whole notebook of this conversation, and you never let my conversations go where they go. All right.
You accomplished what you wanted to accomplish.
Doesn't matter. You caused me too much pain and anguish for Greg.
You
X.
got out of it what you wanted. I just, man, you just keep.
Cause look, man, you can't win with two.
You haven't tried. Like you just keep saying the same things over and over again.
There ain't shit else to say. I'm sorry for kidnapping.
I won with two.
You really talk. Well, you said some mean things to do. That's about it.
I didn't say anything mean.
Yeah,
to two. I said some truths.
Did you just say I won? Wow.
Yeah.
You won with two.
I won.
No, but like,
Sick fuck.
How is that sick? It's the truth. We killed you.
You guys didn't kill her. Kara killed her.
We killed you.
No, you didn't. Kara killed her.
You were on the other side of our mission.
I thought they'll have emotions at this time. They have no emotions.
No, they don't. They don't have no emotion. No, they have hate for the Black
They have
Order.
emotions.
They hate the Black Order. They don't have this. What did you write down?
I had to write this down so I can always remember it. We will never be a happy family. Just accomplish the task. You be accomplished.
It is maybe possible one day, X, but
no,
you keep making it harder.
I'll get him next.
I'll tell you, man. Like you keep apologizing for like the one thing you apologize for things she doesn't regret having happened. Like she likes the cloak. She likes her family, and you keep apologizing for bringing her into that family.
But she's dumb. Yes, because
No,
I had
she's
to
not dumb, bro. Like,
you know what? I had to stop this. You know what? She's not dumb. She has Stockholm syndrome, and
she has come to peace. She has a peace about what her reality is. She didn't choose to be in this group, but she is happy in it. So, like, every time you come through and say, "I'm so sorry you're here," it's like, bro, I like being here. You're apologizing for the positive things. Huh?
I killed her whole family.
That you took her as a child, bro. You killed people that don't really exist in real form to her. You killed imaginary people.
What a great episode not to stream, huh?
It's streaming.
Oh,
I couldn't get it fixed, so that could only be on YouTube.
The psychology of it, like dealing with people who have been adopted.
Mm-hmm.
I feel this piece where, like, whether they've ever met the person or not, there's this disconnect, and they want this longing to be with their family. Like
that family's dead. Like they if you know for a fact those people are dead.
I feel like you're cutting off a whole element to this, though. Like whether the person's dead or not, there's like, I will never know a part of who I am. Go ahead.
Even if that is a part of who she is not. She doesn't blame you for it, and she does not hate the life she currently has. In almost every conversation you have with her, you're casting this dark shadow of bad over her existence.
And I think that can be something that's explored. Just as much as she doesn't hate it, X still feels guilty as fuck about it.
No, you can, but you just keep throwing it on her. Like
no, maybe I am.
You are. You just keep throwing your guilt on her. And it's like you're asking you to keep. It's like you're looking for her you're looking for her to forgive X. You keep looking to 2 to forgive X.
I'm not looking for 2 to forgive X. Yes, I am looking for 2 to forgive X. I'm looking for 2 to forgive. I want to be this big happy family, because I can't get past the actions that I've done in my past.
Yes,
it's hard for her to get back there with me, because every time I mention it, she's scarred or jaded again that I left them. But I left them because of this action that I did.
So what it breaks down to, right, is that every time you are around her, you talk to her, it just comes across like she makes you feel guilty. She feels like if she's around you, you feel terrible about yourself, you feel guilty about your actions, you hate your past. She just feels like a constant reminder of everything you hate about your life, because that's how you act in front of her every time you see her.
But I feel like I've told her before, they're the only good part about me being in them.
Bro, you can say that once, but if every other action you take and every other thing you say is about how bad everything you ever done is in relation to her, all she's going to feel is that she makes you hate yourself.
The world's not about her, all right? She needs to understand it.
Okay? Oh my god.
She needs to understand.
Am I on base here, guys? Am I is this nigga sensei? Am I off base?
I get it. Greg he plays X so fucking weird with no situational or emotional awareness. It's just like, or so, like, he just not picking it up. Like, yo.
It feels like he's going through the motions of what an apology sounds like without actually apologizing to the person he's talking to.
And Greg, I can't.
10 times already.
Yeah, what you say? Like, you said the same thing to her you said to almost everyone, minus the killing part, and you kidnapped her. But like, you keep acting like you talk to her like you ruined her life.
Cause X did. Like, you're saying like I did ruin her life.
Did you apologize for leaving the way he did?
Yes.
Yeah, the first time they met.
Okay.
He apologized for how he left.
And I said there was no time to stop and get them because I was being chased.
Mm-hmm. And the other adults have accepted all of this. Like,
she's a teenager. She needs to grow the fuck up.
I feel you. But that's hilarious. That's how I could tell you if apology is not sincere. You just want to forgive you.
Right. You just
how you reacted. Because I've done that before, where I'm like, "Yo, man, I said sorry. They need to get this shit up." And it's not a sincere sorry.
It's more than that though. Like right now, Brian keeps saying that she likes the life that she has. But if you're the person that took her away from her family, it's like a horrible feeling. Like, I am a kidnapper.
You have to deal with that on your own.
Huh?
So you got to deal with that. That's not your feelings about that. Is not her feelings about that. and you already apologized for doing that. So stop bringing it back up to her. She doesn't feel that way about it. You need to feel. You need to deal with that on your own. You need to deal with your feelings about it to handle it yourself.
Or talk to the
Alright.
other
You're not
adults
telling
who
her
are
that she needs
involved
to
in
feel
that
bad about
plan. Like, you're
I
telling
need
the
to go
one person, you're making it the problem of the one person who doesn't hate you for it. Like, you're putting that on her every time you bring it up.
I'm running this conversation back because I don't even think I said it this time.
You did. You apologized for kidnapping her again.
Right? Like your mom saying, "I'm so sorry for putting you in this school, Greg," and you like, "Yo, I really like that school. Like, what do you keep apologizing for that for?" And she's like, "I could have put you in a better school," and you like, "No, but I made great friends. I did this, I did that, blah blah," and like, and she's like, "Yeah, but if I tried harder, if I wasn't being lazy, blah blah blah, if I did this research, I could have put you in a better." And then you like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
Oh, here you go.
This
I'll
shit?
give it to you. I'll give it to you. It's like saying taking a kid from Central High School or Masterman and putting them in CEP. That's what this is like.
Damn, yo, you just shitting on CP. But yeah, but it's like, what if they CEP for them? They felt like it was good for their life, or they understand that. Hey, I had something at Central, but I also I made a home in CEP, and I'm okay with that, and I'm okay where I came from. And I need you to stop apologizing for that, because really, you're trying to make me feel bad about where I was, someplace that I actually feel good about. The one thing I feel good about too, you're trying to take that away from me. Tell me I should feel bad about that. So now, what are you replacing with that happiness with? It's just sorry.
I'm gonna put her in third.
Also, she died, and she got to see firsthand that they were not working for the gods, and she saw for herself that the entire Black Order was a lie.
And she met her dead family.
The only solid thing she had in her entire existence is her family unit.
Her little
And
brother.
we did that for her. And we did that for her.
Oh my god!
And she met her little brother Kyle, who died really early.
But so the only thing she has to grasp onto now is the happy
is
memories.
the fact that the Misfits made it make sense.
Stop
and
it.
her meemaw Janice.
Stop it. I need you both.
I
to
think
stop
this
it.
is like this relationship is the one that X cares about. He doesn't care about 9 or 10, whichever one
I've
she
noticed.
is, right?
9.
The Black Order never even had any slaps.
You know what I think? I think Xavier should definitely be canon. Like, that should be X's way of trying to give himself a real name.
Well, he chose X instead.
I know, but I'm saying it should be
Xavier still
a real name
it
that
still
makes
happens.
sense to the world, because he never had one and nobody cared about him.
But what I'm
It's
saying
like
is, interaction with 2 is gonna be impossible for X because
no,
X's whole
it feels like
X's whole story is based off of this atonement.
yeah, but
for
like
these
talk
sins.
to the adults about it. Bond with 9 or 1 or any of the other adults.
One
Bro.
could
Like,
be
you
your
just
But when they say something about anything, right?
Mhm.
Like this just now happened. They mentioned I don't care about those people, blah blah blah. And X goes about the villages we burned. And X goes, I've seen those villages I burned firsthand, and it triggered 2. It's like X can't have an adult conversation with people around her. It's triggering.
No, it was more than that. It was a long, as you said, it was a long thing. It wasn't just that part. It was something else in that you said that upset her. I think that was the conversation when you were saying you changed from a shadow monk to the way of mercy.
That she got triggered with that, yes, and I can see why internally she has to let this shit go, but why she gets triggered by it, right? By me changing my ways and her being upset about it because everything that I brought her into is bad, yes. But I'm gonna play it back. I feel like there was a moment when I mentioned the X seeing the towns that he burned down, and that shows and that's why he wants to go fix these
give me upgrades. Sorry,
Huh?
Greg. Keep going, Greg.
I just feel like she got triggered at that moment too, and it feels impossible to have a conversation about people if they bring up what I want to do because X is guided off of everything from his past. Next thing is me just being quiet.
No, I mean,
why are you doing
again? Like, one of the 3 people had an issue here. Like, it's not like 1 and 9 aren't out to save the world. They don't have that need to fix what they've broken. They are okay simply just destroying the Black Order. And you know, you've been out, like you said, in the world, visiting these places. Although you've only been to one place you actually put fire to. So that, you know, that's a thing you made up. But but they haven't been on that journey. So you're saying it, but for them, it's just a yeah. We always knew there were bodies. We always knew someone was hurt. We always knew there was a kid crying in the street because we killed their parents. So you saying that doesn't resonate because they haven't seen it, and they have made no intention to go out and see it.
I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ask them to come on a walkabout.
Come on a walkabout.
Mm-hmm. Coming of age story that the Aborigines do in Australia.
You need to accept that maybe their version of where you are isn't going to match yours.
Like, I've done that during the conversation, and I've done that with the future conversations with the Light of the Lost members.
But I mean, they've come up. They're willing to help you do this thing. They're willing to train up your other people. Like they've.
I want to be a happy family. I know it's not going to happen.
Well, you've already said you don't care about 9. You've made no real effort to mend that. 1, you seem to be pretty back on pace with 1.
Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
Look, man, listen. I mean,
Chris, you should have gave her some fish. Offered her a fish sandwich.
A fish
sandwich.
No, like it's just. It can be fixed. I don't have any relationship with anyone in here that's just in stone for you guys.
Tiamat.
What about Tiamat?
And what's it called? And Midas. It's in stone.
Tiamat and Midas?
Yeah, it's never being fixed.
Bro, she pretty much told Asad she doesn't know who you are.
Exactly. She ain't never gonna know who he is.
But no, I'll watch it back again, Greg, and I'll see if maybe I'm playing a little too in her ways.
Saeed said I'm. What you call me, Saeed?
What you say? When? I can't remember. I call you a lot of things. Most of them bad.
I'll double check, but for the way I have 2 built and for what she's been through, it's. I'm trying to think of a good example. It feels kind of like I don't think Magneto ever snatched someone from their family legitimately, but it's kind of like the mutants, how they completely got detached from their families and found this newfound home. And then, you know, like, because Magneto has switched sides like 15 fucking times. And it's like Magneto switching sides and being like, hey, that terrorism thing is terrible. We're terrible people. Don't do that anymore. And they're like, but that's what we built our family on. Like, why are you saying that our family's terrible? Why are you saying everything we built was bad? She's pretty lost, and
me and Tuba have in real life, like me and Tuba just gonna talk.
Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. I mean, you could just you haven't had a full conversation since she died, but there hasn't been opportunity, so that's not on you. But now you know where she's gonna be, and
got her.
Yeah, so they'll all be there. So anytime you want to poke your head in and maybe give them a chat, you're welcome to. Be mindful of the group at large. What's up?
He got to go poke his head and be like, hey, baby girl, come here. Let me talk to you for a second.
Dude, that's like
Dad messed up a lot, but I'm here now. Here with that.
Daddy wasn't there.
It's interesting. I didn't think, like, I'd already planned for 2 to be in the room for the conversations.
And show her bedroom at the house. This is where you could sleep too, and then have her some stuffed animals, but she's way too old for them.
Wow. I mean, I guess you could go that route if you want to, but no. I mean, it's
don't fit.
Baby girl, come here.
Making blueberry pancakes with like a smiley face whipped cream or some shit. Here you go, it's your favorite.
I've been working on this for years.
Right. It was not my intention to give you a wayward stepchild, Greg.
Yeah, I feel like I'm dealing with my brother again.
Yikes! All right, we'll clean it up a bit.
Yeah, I just stopped laughing. That was
in extreme.
Yeah, D&D's pretty extreme, but we'll see where to go.
I texted my Brian. I'm like, hold up, let me change that.
You did what?
I texted him I'm about to smack Brian. And let him know we playing Dungeons and Dragons. You really got my emotions up, bro.
Yeah.
Division in football, right?
Say again.
The NFC East is the best division in football.
Yep, we said that in the football chat.
Not a team under 500. Three teams make the playoffs. 3 teams advance to the second round. Best division in football
this year. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying it, but yeah.
NFC beast.
Exactly.
All right, relax. Only
All
one
right,
team makes the
up.
Super Bowl. Okay, relax. Only one team come out the conference. Okay.
This is why y'all can't have shit. Y'all link up and form the Voltron of just shitty fans.
Yeah, kinda.
You gotta walk through. You gotta go through the entire NFC East to get to the Super Bowl on the NFC in the NFC.
Yeah, you guys are like the fat cut bacon of fans.
The what?
The fat cut bacon of fans, like the shit that has all the little white fat shit hanging off of it, and it's already bacon, but then it has the extra fat, so it's really not good for you. That's you guys.
I don't know what it tastes like, but the fat on the beef on like that tastes delicious, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's like that on the bacon too. I'm telling you.
That shit is amazing.
It's crazy. It's crazy, but it's not good for you. That's you guys. That extra fat, that fattiness is why you guys throw fucking batteries and snowballs at.
It happened 20 years ago. You're like 2. Give it up.
Whoa, 20. It happened 40 years ago, Greg.
40? Jeez.
They get like,
listen,
snowballs at Santa. What year?
All right. Well, you guys play your Super Bowl victory for 8 months after on fucking.
No, it's no way, dog. That shit.
No, I was there. I was there.
No, I'm saying that should happen 54 fucking years ago, Greg. Fuck them, yo. They talking about shit that happened half a century ago.
I'm talking about some shit that just happened when y'all won the Super Bowl. Y'all play that shit every week on South Street. It was embarrassing.
No, yeah, they should.
Yeah, that was pretty. We've never been here before. We'll never get here again.